I'm a man, I'm a pro, and I'm better than you. I can bend you like a pretzel, I can tear you in two. I like to you and scare you and make you feel lame. Cause in this business, that's the name of the game. I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. 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 Hi everybody, it's your friendly beekeeper, Larry Lloyd here for Wrestle Birmingham. I'm really excited about my new project. It's going to make millions. Wrestling bees. But more about that later. Right now, we've got championship NWA wrestling here for you, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple on Friday, August 12th. You don't want to miss all the excitement of the Texas Death Match. Robert Fuller and his stud stable, Jimmy Golden and Elix Skipper versus Bullet Bob Armstrong and his boys, Scott Armstrong and Brad Armstrong. Falls do not count. The winner must answer a 10 count. In a stretcher match, Brickhouse Brown versus McNasty. In the loser leaves town match, Loverboy Lee Thomas versus Loverboy Dennis Condrey. In the Alabama Junior Weight title, Action Mike Jackson versus Johnny Slaughter. In a special match ordered by NWA enforcer and Wrestle Birmingham, Jimmy Powell versus Ranger Ross. Alan Martin of the Rock and Roll RPM versus Alabama's own Bubba Cagle. And your main event, NWA Heavyweight Championship match, Raven versus Road Dogg. You can't miss this one. Call 205-970-0333. Tickets are on sale now.
Hey. Back to work. Hey, listen, while the guys are practicing their moves here, I want to tell you about the August the 12th show at the Zamora Shrine Temple. There are a lot of major conflicts coming up there, and right now we're going to show you the reasons for them.
The rope. What a match this is for ABC 3340, Wrestle Birmingham. This is a main event in any country in the world, and we're having it right here live on television. Scott Armstrong The Bullet taking on Jimmy Golden and Danny Fuller.
Jimmy Golden being wore out in the corner. A Pier 6 brawl at the Shrine Auditorium in Birmingham.
Oh, wait a minute, look at Robert Fuller.
Robert Fuller in the ring with Jimmy Golden and one-on-one with the Bullet.
What? He has something in his hand.
Scott Armstrong's back in the ring. He got it. Slams Robert Fuller. Scott Armstrong grabbed whatever Robert had. Holds Robert Fuller. Robert Fuller's not the legal man in the ring. Whoa! He got it in the side of the and
ladies and gentlemen,
we have new National Tag Team Champions.
New Tag Team Champions.
This is not fair. They used an illegal object on me. Get somebody out here. I want my belts back.
I tell you, what decision I make now is a decision that's business, not family. The Armstrongs retain the belts. No. That is yours.
That's feels what it is, not in my head.
That is yours.
Right here in Birmingham, Alabama, we got new NWA National Tag Team Champions.
And Robert Fuller is beside himself in the ring as the Armstrongs parade victoriously around the Shrine Auditorium, belts in tow.
Golden, oh my gosh, Jimmy Golden's got something in his hand. Looks like it may be knuckles. And he just nailed Bullet Bob Armstrong with whatever he had in his hand, and Armstrong releases the sleeper hold, but Robert Fuller is out. And now Jimmy Golden dragging Fuller over on top of Bullet Bob.
Hey, here's the latest buzz from the Studs Hive Up stable. Let's take a look. Oh, they've been drinking again.
Another proud night, another proud day in the life of the Alabama State Tag Team Champions and the coolest man in town. Look at that gold gleam, baby. I'm talking about my man, Elix Skipper. All my life I've been looking at an opportunity of putting that good-for-nothing Bullet where he belongs, in the rocking chair with Mama. You'll be lucky if you can get to that rocking chair with Mama without being crippled, you old good-for-nothing. I'm going to guarantee you this, when you go into a Texas death match where fouls don't count and you got to answer that 10 bell, I'll tell you what, all the pride you got in the world, Daddy, is all going to culminate into one little fist of mine going down your throat, and you're not going to answer the 10. Am I right, champion?
We talking Texas death match, and falls don't count, and we can beat on them till the cows come home, until somebody don't answer the 10 count, and you're out. Bullet Bob, you are going to be out. This will be your last match, pal. We want you to come on down, take a good look, because this is as close as you will ever get to them.
Bullet, Bob, and Scott had some stinging remarks about their upcoming match, because they're beeba-da-beeba-da-beeba-da bad to the bone. Right, guys?
You know, August the 12th is going to be a banner day for me, because the last time I wrestled there in Birmingham at that Zamora Shrine Temple, Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, and some help they had left me laying flat on my face. Very embarrassing, because I got friends there. I created my reputation right there in Birmingham. I got something to prove, and I'm going to prove it. Because in a Texas death match, you go till somebody can't go no more. And I'm going to walk a mud hole in you, Robert Fuller, you jangly piece of Scandinavian snake feces. And you, Jimmy Golden, relative, blood relative, you know what I'm talking about. You're twice as bad. And bring that Elix Skipper. The man with the body, man of 1,000 holes. Well, I just got one hole for you, brother. It's a blank cloth. And if I hit you with that one just right, brother, it's la-la land for you. And Brad Armstrong, I just talked to him. We just talked to Brad. He's sitting all ready, brother. August 12th, be there. Because the Armstrong's going to be old for bear.
Is in the ring.
They have attacked Lee Thomas. I mean, they are pounding Lee Thomas.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Randy Rhodes. Dennis Condrey has the referee tied up. What's he doing? Looks like he's getting his belt. Dennis Condrey, I've seen this before. Dennis Condrey, the master of the belt. They're holding down Lee Thomas, and Condrey is whipping Lee Thomas in the middle of the ring.
I'll tell you what, this is Midnight Express. I mean, they have done this several times to several people. They are whipping Lee Thomas. They're putting whelps on Lee Thomas's back.
This is so classic Midnight Express. I knew they were here, but they have made their presence known going after Lee Thomas. Dennis Condrey was not happy at all that Lee Thomas was using the moniker Loverboy.
We have been joined by the NWA Division of Enforcement, Mr. Roy Lee Welch.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Connery. You think that you can go around using your belt to anybody and you lose your head. Well, we're going to see how bad you are, because we're going to have a Loverboys belt match. We're going to see how bad a Loverboys leather belt match.
What does that mean? What is that?
That means you can use your belt, but he'll use his.
Oh, no.
Older Loverboy in the ring.
Careful using that word older.
I won't say older, I'll say veteran. Uh-oh. Here's Lee Thomas on the floor again, McNasty and the Assassin. There's Brickhouse Brown pairing up with McNasty. Here comes Lash LaRue. All the, look at this. Here is McNasty and Mike Jackson tying it on over there. Here's Dennis Condrey with that jackknife pin again. One. That was it. 1, 2.
What is he doing?
He is spanking Dennis Condrey. Now, McNasty, no, that's Danny Fuller in the ring.
Somebody ought to be in the ring.
Danny Fuller in the ring. He's got to get him out. The referee's got to get some semblance of order restored here. The director of the NWA, Roy Lee Welch.
It's a good thing I'm not out there. When they leaned that guy against the ropes, I'd have wore him out right there in that place.
Condrey catching Danny Fuller. Here's a roll-up by Lee Thomas on Condrey. Referee distracted by McNasty. 2-3. Quick count, got him.
This is a travesty. This can't happen. This can't be.
And it's all broke out. Pier 6er breaking out. A brawl in the middle of the ring. All the wrestlers are in the ring. Dennis Condrey's first to the floor. He's calling his friends out of the ring.
Holy moly, look at these guys.
And they've cleared the ring, and the victory will go to the lover boy, Lee Thomas.
Your winner of the match, Lee Thomas.
The shenanigans of Loverboy Dennis Condrey undone by Loverboy Lee Thomas. More of Wrestle Birmingham coming your way. Stay with us.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, Loverboy Lee Thomas. I'm calling you out, sucker. I want to be on you like white on rice and everything that ain't nice. Like a collar on a dog, like ham on a fat country hog. I want him in a stretcher match. I want him right here in this ring the next time in a stretcher match. I want somebody carried out. And McNasty, you better pick up the phone and call somebody and ask them what time it is. Because I'm going to tell you right now, sucker, you in the wrong address if you can't stand my mess. I'm going to be on you, boy, in a stretcher match right here in Birmingham, USA.
Hey, Birmingham, we've got a new marketing consultant buzzing around town, and it's Bill Franklin. We're going to hear from him right now.
Hello, Birmingham. This is the enforcer, Bill Franklin, here at Wrestle Birmingham. If you want to bring your company name to the forefront here in Birmingham in advertising, call me, Bill Franklin, right here at Wrestle Birmingham at area code 205-970-0333.
I'm teaching them the sleeper hold. We'll be right back.
August 12th, Raven and the Road Dogg. And I know this doesn't quite sound like a Raven promo because usually there's a lot of big words and stuff, but see, we're going to Birmingham and you people aren't very smart, you're not very intelligent, so I'm going to use small words so you can make it easy to understand. See, sometimes in life, we make our own choices. And sometimes, August 12th, there is no choice. Road Dogg, welcome to the Terror Dome. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple on Friday, August 12th. Robert Fuller and his stud stable versus Bullet Bob Armstrong and his boys. Brickhouse Brown versus McNasty. Loverboy Lee Thomas versus Loverboy Dennis Condrey. Action Mike Jackson versus Johnny Slaughter. Jimmy Powell versus Ranger Ross. And your main event, Raven versus Road Dogg. You can't miss this one. Call 205-970-0333. Tickets are on sale now.
Hey, I've got a great training film coming up for you guys. This is a classic match from the mid-'80s featuring the Nightmares 1 and 2 versus Tommy and Johnny Rich. Take a look. Watch now. Pay attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, very special stipulation. There is no disqualification. One fall, a 30-minute time limit on the TV match. The tag titles are on the line. First of all, making their way to ringside, introducing the champions. They weigh in at a combined weight of 437 pounds. From parts unknown, here are the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, the Nightmares, 1 and 2. And ladies and gentlemen, the #1 challengers for the titles, weighing in at a combined weight of 446 pounds. From Hendersonville, Tennessee, and Montgomery, Alabama, here is Tommy Rich and Johnny Rich. The referee, Dave Jason, 1 fall. No disqualification, anything goes.
And they wasted no time. The minute they got that word, no disqualification, Johnny and Tommy Rich in the ring.
Hey, Rich! Hey, Tommy Rich!
Rich, your name's not Wildfire Steve. I won the $20,000, and you say...
And the Nightmare's taking advantage of that situation as Tommy Rich had his back turned. And remember, this is no disqualification. A no disqualification match, and Johnny and Tommy Rich in trouble by the Nightmares. The Nightmares, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. And the Riches have got some problems here. Tommy Rich in trouble. Johnny Rich beginning to fire back. And the Nightmares very definitely in control. As we said, of course, no disqualification. Johnny Rich double over. The Nightmares. Irish whip reversal. Beautiful reversal by Johnny and Tommy Rich. And so the Riches back into the swing of things now. The Nightmares have been thrown out of the ring. Tommy Rich smashing the Nightmare into Mike Jackson's table and chair, and the other Nightmare into that steel guardrail. So this match has quickly left the ring area and is outside on the concrete, and it is Johnny Rich after the Nightmare. Remember, as we said, no disqualification, anything goes, and that's exactly what's happening here. Johnny Rich exploding a series of right hands. Meanwhile, Tommy Wildfire Rich punishing the other Nightmare outside the ring. There's Tommy Rich in the lower right-hand corner exploding with the right hand. And the Nightmares, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. All right, in football, that'd be face masking. But here, with no disqualification, it's perfectly legal. The Nightmares are having one now. And now, talk about being caught between first and second base. The Riches really laid it to the Nightmares. And it's Rich catching the Nightmare outside the ring once again. And brother, you talk about a field goal. He just scored one. We've got him all over the place. Tommy Rich back into the ring. Johnny Rich is with him. They're bringing the Nightmare in. Remember, no disqualification. And so the Nightmare leaves the ring. Couple of high fives. And so the Riches, Tommy Wildfire Rich and Johnny Crash Rich, have the Nightmares outside, and brother, are they in a huddle. The Nightmares are having one. All right, the 10 count doesn't hold here. The referee telling them they're going to have to get into the ring. The Riches waiting for them, and the Nightmares are in no hurry whatsoever. Time is their ally. The more time they can take outside the ring. And the Nightmare beats a hasty retreat. Johnny Rich threw him all the way across the ring, catches him with a hard right hand. Another hard right hand. At his foot on the rope, a near fall for Johnny Rich, and he pounds away with that fist once again. Tommy Wildfire Rich back in the ring. The Nightmare brought up a high vertical suplex. And it's Tommy Rich catching him with a knee. The other Nightmare dropped from the outside. He's got him up at a pile driver. him in a pile driver, and the Nightmares are in heavy trouble. Johnny and Tommy Rich, and they're doing it their way. Johnny Rich has the Nightmare, smashes him into that turnbuckle, utilizing that mask. Again, he gets that foot on the rope. Johnny Rich in a series of right hands. Tommy Rich cuts off the other Nightmare at the pass. Tommy Wildfire Rich smashing away. Drops him with one to the solar plexus now. It is the Nightmare coming up very, very slowly as Johnny Rich in complete control of the situation. Irish whip caught him in a high back drop. And a drop kick that puts him back to the canvas once again. And again, he has his foot under the rope and outside the ring. And we've got action all over the ring. The Nightmare is down. Tommy Rich is down. Johnny Rich on the outside. And you can hear that crowd chanting now, fire up, fire up. And that's exactly what Tommy Rich wants to do now. That adrenaline really flowing. Rich trying to move over and tag up now if he can. Has the Nightmare down and in trouble. Rich coming up very slowly. Rich grabbing hold of that ring rope. Staggers over, makes the tag with Johnny Rich. Johnny Rich, who is fired up indeed, explodes now on the Nightmares. And so, Johnny Rich. If anybody questioned whether or not he was ready to come back to the sport after being sidelined with injuries, they don't have to question that anymore. Rich caught from behind by the Nightmares. I'll tell you what, say what you will about the Nightmares, question their ethics, but I'll tell you what, they're as tough a Pier 6 pair as I've ever seen in my life. They can do battle. Now lay for an object here on Johnny Rich. Remember, however, this is no disqualification. Anything goes, and it has been. Rich catches him and turns the tables. Rich turns the tables on the Nightmare. And Johnny Rich now heaping out a dose of punishment to the Nightmares. Johnny Rich explodes with another one. And Johnny Rich giving them a dose of their own medicine now. Well, you heard the announcement by Mike Jackson. 15 minutes gone in this match, only 5 minutes remaining. And thus far, neither team has been able to get that fateful 3 count. All right, Rich has him up once again. And it's the Nightmares ripping across the eyes of Johnny Rich. Nightmare gouging him once again. Tommy Rich shouting encouragement to Johnny Rich to come over and make that desperately needed tag. Tommy Rich has had some respite. Johnny Rich trying to get over there, trying to follow the sound of his cousin's voice. Johnny Crash Rich. Nice block by Rich, another good block by Rich. And Rich brings him up a high vertical suplex. But this match has taken its toll. The tag is made. Tommy Wildfire Rich, and he is exactly that. Wildfire moving very, very effectively against the Nightmares. And now Johnny Rich, good second effort here. Mr. Class just charged into the ring. A cheap shot by Mr. Class. And now Tommy Wildfire Rich in a series of blistering right hands. The Nightmares. And it's Mr. Class and Tommy Rich battling it out outside the ring. The Nightmares, a pile drive, Johnny Rich. And then the other Nightmare using his body as a battering ram. They've got him down for the pin. Double teaming. And it was that jump off that rope using his body as a battering ram that spelled defeat for Johnny Rich. Meanwhile, Tommy Wildfire Rich in a battle out there. Tommy Rich not aware of what happened as his attention was completely diverted. And now we've got Bedlam breaking loose in the ring. The Rat Patrol is back in action. The Rat Patrol is back in action. But it came back a little bit late.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week, guys. And I've got to get back to my training session with my bees here. But don't forget, next week we'll be back right here on 33. Hey, which one of you guys invited the Killer Bees? Hey. Okay, no more fermented pollen for you. Until next week, this is Speed Trainer Terry Boyd for Wrestle Birmingham.
Hit the mat hard. What I do, I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat